I'm going to review a few of the surface commands, and I'm going to start by the extrude. I've created a shape here and I have two open curves you can see here at the top. So the first thing we need to do before starting an extrusion is to join these curves, okay? It's important to do it, otherwise you're going to have issues later, open surfaces and so on. So I'm going to use the join and select my curves, and now I have two curves joined into one closed curve. So I'm going now to the surface menu, so bringing the surface menu here, and there's different types of extrusion: extrusion straight, extrude along a curve, tapered, and so on. I'm going to use the extrude straight, so select curve extrude and then press enter. Now there's different options here at the top, so you have different outputs you can have. I'm going to keep it as a surface, but I want to have it a solid. You can extrude both sides. Okay, I'm going to extrude just one side, and I want my extrusion to be 3 millimeters. So I'm going to type here 3, okay, and then press enter. So if I go now, I can see my 3 millimeters extrusion. So I'm going to select my extrusion and move it to the extrusion layer. So change object layer, and I'm going to hide it. The next one I'm going to use is the sweep one. So the sweep one, it's here and is very commonly used to make rings in jewelry. So sweep one, so select the rail, and then I'm going to select the sweep shapes. You can have as many as you want. All you need to remember is to select them either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now I have arrows here that they need to be pointing to the same side, and the points need to be aligned. In my case they are, but I'm just going to move it to show how you would do it in case they weren't. So you grab the points and you make sure that the points are aligned and the arrows are pointing to the same side. Now it has only done half of my rail, but you have the option to click close sweep. So I have now a closed sweep. Okay, again I'm going to move the sweep to the sweep one layer and close it. Now I'm going to do a sweep 2, similar to the sweep 1, but now we have 2 rails. So sweep 2, select first rail, second rail, and then I only have one sweep section, but you can have as many as you want, okay? So only one arrow, we don't need to change anything, and that's my sweep 2, okay? So the sweep shape will follow, the shape of these 2 rails. So I'm going to again select the outcome and change object layer and close it. Now the revolve, we have the revolve and the rail revolve. I'm going to start by doing the revolve. So the revolve is just here, and select curves to revolve this one, press enter. Now you can see that I'm trying to do the revolve axis, but I want to click at the end of the curve, but it's not allowing me because I have the project on. So unclicking the project, making sure that you have the end snap on, so here and here, and the start angle is 0, and you can type the end angle could be 360, 180, whatever you want, or you can just type full circle. Okay, so if I shade it, you can see that my shape has revolved 360 degrees. So I'm going to hide this to show the rail revolve. So the rail revolve is similar, but we have now a rail that I have created here, a shape on the top. So rail revolve, you just press the right button of the mouse. So select profile is this one, and the rail that one, and again is asking me for the axis. So I have my end snap on, and now I have a different shape. So if I bring the other one and then I shade both, you can see that you know, with the same profile curve, I got two different outcomes. One without a rail, just rotating that shape 360 degrees, and then using a rail. Okay, so I'm going to select them all and move them to the Revolve layer and then the Loft. So the Loft, it's here on the surface menu. Okay, so I'm creating Loft and selecting curves to Loft, press enter. Okay, and now I could, if I want to create a solid quickly, I could offset this surface. So offset, and the distance is 1 millimeter. And so if you see, I have created a solid, okay? Then I'm going to move this object to the Loft layer and close it. Finally, the network of curves. I have created a structure. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 curves. Okay, and I'm going to use the surface from a network of curves. Now, I'm going to try to select them all at once. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then press enter. And I've created quickly a hard shape. So with extrusion, the top will be flat, whereas if you want to have a more three-dimensional shape, you could use the network of curves. Now, you know, the shape that you will obtain will always you know, have a tiny deviation from the initial curves that you have created. So you have to, you know, try using your curves. I've tried matching the edge by position, so there's a lot more definition, but you will always have a tiny deviation from the bone structure, you know, with the curves that you have created. So I'm pressing OK, and I have a hard shape. Okay, so I'm going to move this hard shape to the network of curves, and these are a few of the surface commands that are used in jewelry.